What's up, YouTube? I'm coming back with the video that I spoke about in my previous videos. I'm making it on this 2020 Tiguan. This is actually my mother's Tiguan. She bought it about a month and a half ago. Just wanted to do this video to show all the little cool stuff that it has. And this is the S, which means it's the basic one. It does have 4motion, which is all-wheel drive. So I'm gonna try to make this video as quick as possible. Gonna start off with the outside, then go into the interior. Just gonna give you guys a view of how it looks all around. Then I'll start talking about all the features and stuff that it has. Alright, so let's start with the obvious. The emblem in front. Now that is not just a regular emblem, that is actually the radar for the front collision assist, I think it's called, or something to that effect, where if it detects that you're approaching something and you're not stopping, it'll warn you, and if you don't stop, it'll stop for you. There's the grille wrapped in chrome. The grille does actually follow into the headlights as well. Right here is your LED daytime running lights. During the day they're pretty bright, and when the headlights are turned on they do dim down a little bit. You have your turn signals here on the inside. Of course, your low beams and your high beams. From factory, the low beams and the high beams are halogen. I did switch the low beams to LED though, and I will be switching the high beams to LED as well in the future. The turn signal is also halogen from factory. I might be switching those to LED as well. This one, of course, like I said, this is the basic one, so it doesn't come with fog lights, but the ones that do come with fog lights, the higher trims, the fog light would be here. Of course, this is your amber reflectors on the side. It does have a halogen bulb inside there. They do turn on when the headlights are on. Have your wheels here, 215 65 17s. They're on Continentals. On your mirror here, you have the turn signal indicators. They are LED, of course. You have heated mirrors and blind spot monitoring. In the 2018 and 2019s, the blind spot monitoring would show right here, but for the 2020s, they changed them. And I'm pretty sure you could see in the reflection, let me see. In the reflection, you see that black right there? That's where the blind spot is now. And it does come standard with all these features. This is not an add-on or anything. This is what all the Tiguans come with: the blind spot monitoring, the front collision assist, and all that stuff. So yes, I find it cool that they put it in the interior. That way it gives it a more cleaner look on the mirrors. Of course, the front glass is not tinted from factory. I did get it tinted. That's 35% ceramic tint. But no matter what trim you get, the back glass, they all come with privacy standard. On the higher trims, they do delete all this black plastic, and it's body colored as well. They make all of this body colored, and then depending on what trim you get, they can also make this body colored, or they'll just leave this part around the wheel wells, but they will take this off. But still, for the basic trim, the S trim, it doesn't look that bad. You have full LEDs in the back. LED turn signal, tail light, and reverse light. The turn signal and brake light is this portion right here. At night when the headlights are on, this does light up, and so do these two dots. Other than that, it's just this that functions with the turn signal and the brake light. Right here is your reverse light. You have the Tiguan emblem right there. Your reflectors down here. And of course, those are not real exhausts in typical 2018 and 2019 and 2020 fashion. They've done on a lot of different cars, no matter what brand. They've been doing fake exhaust pipes. But they do have the chrome fake exhaust pipes there that looks pretty cool, even though they're not real. This right here is aftermarket. This doesn't come with the car. I bought this off of Amazon. That bumper guard right there. You have the big emblem there. 4motion emblem as well. You have your back wiper, of course. And speaking of the back wiper, of course it has washer fluid there where you can clean the windshield, the rear windshields if you need to. But also when you activate the washer fluid in the back, it'll also clean the backup camera. This little nub right here is the washer for the backup camera. So if your backup camera is dirty, it'll clean it if you activate that. There's your trunk release. The license plate lights are LED from factory. Your gas tank is on this side. This is where you put the fuel. It is lockable, of course. You just click it. It's a one-click fuel cap. So you take it out. When you put it in, you just click it once and it's closed. That right there is where you put the fuel cap when you're refueling. You just put it there. It does take regular gas. Pretty much that's it for the outside. If I'm not mistaken, this color is called Silk Blue. The valve caps that are on there, they're actually aftermarket as well. I bought that off of Amazon. That doesn't come with it from factory. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the outside. All right, so let's just head on the inside now. Now for the S trim, it does come with a regular switchblade key. So you just open it there. This is just a cover, but it's just the new Volkswagen key. So you have your unlock, trunk, panic, and lock. The trunk, it just unlocks the trunk. Of course, it's not an automatic trunk. You have to open it and close it yourself. But this just unlocks it, so that way if you need to just go into the trunk, you just click that and it'll unlock the trunk. Once you close it, it'll lock back again. So yeah, so you just click it to lock it twice, unlock it. In the settings in the center screen, you can change, there's a whole bunch of settings that it comes with. You can change this to either unlock, when you click it once, it'll unlock all the doors, or you can click it twice. You can click it once and it'll only unlock the driver's door, then you click it again and it'll unlock the rest. So you do have your reflectors here. They aren't lit. They're just the regular red reflectors. They don't have any light in it or anything. You have storage here. These mats are aftermarket. That doesn't come with it from the factory. You have all 4 automatic up and down windows. They'll go down automatically, go up automatically, just one click, up or down. There's your heated mirrors, the control the angle of the mirror positioning. There's your door handle with the lock and unlock. You have your tweeters there, and then the regular speaker down here. This one came with the monster mats. That right there is just the sun, but those are the monster mats that it came with. I personally like those because they're very easy to clean. They won't hold any moisture or anything. So like I said, this is the basic one. So it is manual seats. The interior there. Let me show you guys the back. Now I did put a cover on it, so it's not black from factory. Of course, it's the same thing as the front, but I did put a black cover. As you guys can see, it's the same thing. Everything follows through on the doors as well. Soft touch here. Everything else is hard plastic, but it's a high quality plastic. It's not anything that feels or looks very cheap or flimsy. But everything does follow through. The speakers down there, the storage in there, pretty big storage. You also have a little space here. Hold on, give me 1 second. You have a little space here. I'm not sure exactly what is supposed to go in there, but I guess you can fit something like a phone or something, or a book. Also, it helps if something happens to fall through there while you're sitting down and the door is closed. It won't go sliding down all the way to the floor or behind the seat. Of course, this is aftermarket as well. These back seat covers, the monster mats are also back here. You do have rear vents. You can control the airflow here and the direction in where you want the air to go. Have a very small storage there with a 12-volt outlet. Also, if I'm gonna just say it now so that way I don't forget, the interior lights, they are halogen from factory, but I changed them to LED 6000K. So I'm not gonna show you guys that side because everything is pretty much the same. Everything follows through. I'm not gonna go around to that side. I'm gonna show you guys the trunk really quick, go to the driver's side, and that'll be it for this video. So this particular one came with the cargo protection system. So this is a mat over the regular floor. This is an adjustable floor as well. So you just lift it up, lift this up. You can see that handle there. You pick this up, and there's your spare tire and all the jack and all that stuff, the wheel lock and everything. This floor that I'm holding right now, you can actually lower it. I don't know if you can see clearly that it's flush with the frame of the trunk is flush with it, but you can lower it to go down. This little opening right here is actually for the privacy cover. If you want to take it out, but you don't want to take it out the car, you could just take it off and put it. Of course, you won't be able to lower the floor. You would have to leave it the way it is now, and it'll fit underneath right here if you want to take off the privacy cover. Have some storage there. Came with the Volkswagen first aid kit. Of course, I changed that light to LED. These are your rear seat release to fold the seats down from back here. You have your 12-volt back there as well. So yes, the cargo, like I was saying, the cargo protection system is these that it came with, where you just put it on there and it sticks on there like Velcro. And you could put stuff in there so that way stuff won't be rolling around in the trunk. So that's why this bag stays in here, and I put that there so that bag doesn't go rolling around. But yes, it's a pretty big trunk. Let me open this. It's a pretty big trunk, very wide. And if you need more space and you're not carrying any passengers at all, or your passengers in the back seat aren't big, tall, you can move those seats up and you'll have more space back here. You can slide the back seats up. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the trunk. This is on both sides. I'm not gonna move that stuff, but you guys get the gist of it. This is on the other side as well. It's like a little hook to hook a net or whatever you need to hook there. There's your car seat hooks for the back seat. So yeah, right there is where you just grab it to close it. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the outside. It does come with the roof railings or racks, whatever they're called. There's your antenna on top. It's a black gloss antenna. Alright, so let's head inside. So you have to put on your foot on the brake, and all you have to do is just turn the key. I should have showed you guys, but I'm not going to turn it back off. You don't have to hold it to crank it. All you can do is just put it in and turn the key, like switch it, and that's it. The car will turn on by itself. So I showed you guys that already. Of course, standard, it also comes with automatic headlights. You have your vent there, adjustable vent. Have some storage up there. The bottom mat right here is very grippy, so anything that you will put in there, it won't be rolling around. It'll actually stick to it. It'll grip really well. You just have a regular rear view mirror, your sun visor with the vanity mirror. That was halogen from factory. Of course, I changed it to LED. You also have a little clip here to put any papers you might need to put there. You have grab handles on all four sides. Same thing, of course, for that mirror as well. It's the same thing. They do open up, if I'm not mistaken, now I think about it. Yes, it does open up like this as well. If you turn it all the way to the window and slide it to get more coverage. If the sun is coming from this side, you can just adjust it and put it that way so it won't be blocking you or affecting your vision or anything like that. This is just to turn off the lights if you don't want them to turn on when the doors are opened. This is to control the rear lights. So if you need to turn on the lights back there, you just click that button and it'll turn them on. And then of course, those are for the ones up here. When you open and close the door, they do fade in and out. So it's not like an abrupt turn off and turn on like when you click it. It will, of course, open the door, it comes on, and then they fade out. And the way it looks in the video, the way it was making like a funny, weird, it was showing very weird. It's not like that in real person. That's just how it looks on camera. Like I said, everything follows through on all the other doors. You have your glove compartment here. It's a pretty big glove compartment. It goes down very deep. I have like a chrome brush type trim right there. Has like a brush metal look to it. Down here, of course, is your shifter, your electronic emergency brake. There's your 4-wheel drive. Got your snow, regular, off-road, and then off-road plus or something like that. So when you switch this here, oh, well, also this is the mode as well. So I'm going to show you what this does here on the screen. So you have normal, snow, off-road, and then off-road custom. I always leave it in normal. And then the mode, of course, changes it to sport, custom, or eco. I always leave it in normal. Custom, you can just switch all the stuff from how you want the vehicle to respond, what do you want it to do. I haven't really messed with those settings. Hold on, let me go back to it. Let's see. The steering, you could change the steering and the drive system, the way it accelerates and the way it handles, the way you want the four-wheel drive, the 4motion to respond. It'll do all that stuff. Let me put it back in normal. So this is the, as I said, this is the S. So this is the smaller screen of all the options that they have, and it's, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a 8.5 inch or 9.5 inch, something like that. It's a decent sized screen. It's not very small at all. There's definitely smaller screens in other vehicles, so it's a decent sized screen. But in the higher trims, of course, they make it bigger. So there's your volume knob, your tuning knob. Voice is if you have your phone connected, and let's say for Apple, because that's what I have, if you have your iPhone connected, you just click voice and it'll activate Siri, or you could just say, hey Siri. Got your radio button, media, menu, phone, and app. That means Android Auto, CarPlay, or MirrorLink. I'm unfortunately not able to show the CarPlay because I'm using my phone to record this, but I'm pretty sure most people that'll be watching this video, I'm pretty sure you understand how the Apple CarPlay works and know how it looks. But yes, it does have Apple CarPlay as standard. That's not an extra option or anything. I'm gonna just quickly go through all the settings it has because it has way too many. So settings, you have your Bluetooth as well. It does have VW CarNet, so you can control the vehicle from your phone. That comes standard as well, and it's free for the first 5 years. So this is just the regular settings, but if you go back, let me see. If you go to vehicle, there's a whole bunch of settings here. You can change what driver is for what key. So of course, for my set of keys, I have it for my name, my mom's key, of course it's her name. You can switch the drivers, you can adjust the settings, so the ESC system, tires, personalization, the lights. You have all these settings right here. The instrument lighting, how bright you want it. 3 blink is when you tap it. And I'm gonna just say a lot of cars have this feature, but most people don't realize it. And if I'm not mistaken, all the Volkswagens, especially the newer ones, have this feature where you just lightly tap it to the left and it'll blink 3 times. And same thing for the right, just lightly tap it and it'll blink 3 times. And that's for lane changing, that way you don't forget that your signal's on or whatever. And I use that all the time. It's very convenient. So that's what the 3 blink turn signal is. Come home function and leave home function is to turn off the lights early or turn them on late. So that's all the settings that you have for that. Assistance systems, your front assist, autonomous emergency braking system. So that's the radar that I was talking about in the front emblem on the grille, whereas the radar behind the emblem. You could change the advanced warning. I have it to early. You can have it early, medium, late, or you can turn it off completely. You could display it here in the middle. It'll display. It has done it to me a couple of times where it sensed that I was approaching something and I wasn't stopping, and it'll make a sound and it'll show there in the middle. Lane change, that's the blind spot monitoring. The black right there in the mirror, and the inside of the mirror right here. You can also even adjust the brightness for that. So, actually, let me show you guys. I have it all the way bright, but you could bring it down. And the way it's blinking in the video, it doesn't really do that in person. Again, it's just, that's how it shows on camera. But yes, you could even change the brightness of that. I just have it to the highest brightness. That way you can see it out of the corner of your eye. So yeah, let me see something. Yeah, still have it on high. Parking and maneuvering, that's the rear traffic alert. If you're coming out of a parking spot and it detects that a vehicle is coming from your left or your right and you're not stopping, it'll make the sound. And if you don't stop at all and you keep going and the car keeps coming, or whatever it is that's coming in your direction keeps coming towards you, the vehicle will stop for you. It'll stop completely. Mirrors and wipers, that's to wipe rear window in reverse. If you happen to have your wipers on but not your back ones and you go in reverse, it'll turn on by itself for you. That way you could see better. And that's you could personalize that within your profile. So that's how I have all my settings, and my mom, she has her own settings on her profile. That's the tire pressure monitoring system. That's to reset it if you need to reset it. Shows you the data. The consumer's energy consumer. So right now it's the climate control because I have it on and we're sitting here. Okay. So yeah, it has a whole bunch of settings for the sound as well. Where is it at? Oh, down here, you slide from the top. And this has a whole bunch of settings for the sound. Bluetooth has a whole bunch of settings as well. I'm not going to get too far into it because I don't want to make this video very long. But this, you can adjust to where you want to hear the sound the most throughout the car. Of course, I have it just here in the middle. Have the equalizer, the volume, how high you want it to be, maximum startup, speed dependent, audio lowering. This is to change the volume, whatever you want the volume to be at in these types of situations. So maximum startup volume, I have it all the way down. That way, in case I had the music very loud the last time I drove it, or my mom drove it, and I get in the next day or whenever, I don't scare myself with the volume being extremely high. So stuff like that, and that's pretty cool that you can adjust all that stuff. Also, when you're in, whether it's the radio or telephone, it'll show you, of course, the time, mute, the temperature outside, and what mode you're in. Something I've noticed, a cool little feature, if you're playing music off of your Bluetooth or through the Apple CarPlay or whatever you're using, and you turn the volume all the way down, if you have it up and turn it up all the way down, it'll pause the song. I've realized that, and that's pretty cool. That way you don't miss the song if you had to quickly turn it down for whatever reason. This is the settings for the app connect stuff. Radio, the radio has a whole bunch of settings as well. Go there. You change this, it shows you the station list. I think you can have up to, let me see, yeah, 10 presets. You can have up to 10 presets. You can manually adjust what station you want to get to. And yep, of course it has the FM, AM. It does not have a CD player, but it does have a SD card reader. You put it in the SD card right there. And yeah, the phone, I don't have any phone connected to it right now. I'm using my phone, but the phone has a whole bunch of settings. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff that you can do. If someone calls you, whether you have it connected to Bluetooth or through the app connect, whether it's CarPlay or Android Auto, it'll show here in the middle, and you use this to answer or decline it. This center screen also has a whole bunch of settings. This is the cruise control, volume up and down. That's to control the middle screen, and then your seek, whether you want to go back or forward. So this right here is assist systems, the audio, telephone, vehicle status. And within all these categories, I'm not going to go through every one because I'm already 30 minutes into this video. But in each of these categories, it can show you a whole bunch of stuff within that category. So, for example, I always just leave it on driving data, and I always leave it on the miles per hour, but you can change it within the category. You can change to see what you want to see, the different type of stuff. So I just always leave it at the speed. So she's had it for about a month and a half, and between me and her, we've already put 18,049 on it. When she got it, it only had like 30 miles on it. So yeah. There's your climate control. It's a pretty basic one because this is the basic trim. So no dual zone or anything. Actually, before I forget, that is the automatic start stop. You could turn it off or on. I like to leave it on. I mean off. That's so when you're at a light or at a stop sign, the vehicle will turn off to save gas, and it's the moment you lift your foot off the brake or you turn the wheel, it'll start back up really quickly. But I don't like to leave that on too much because it gets kind of annoying, especially if you need to accelerate really fast as soon as you need to go, as soon as the light changes or whatever. It gets pretty annoying sometimes. It's kind of cool, but it's annoying, so I just leave it off. Down here for the 2018 and the 2019s, it's just a regular USB down here. But for the 2020s, they changed it to Type-C, and it came from the factory. It came with this part right here, from the Type-C to the USB. This is a Volkswagen cable that it came with. So then I just bought a USB, regular USB to Lightning cable, and then that's how you connect to the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and all that stuff. If you have two phones connected and you want to use any of the App Connect apps, you can select within here what phone you want to use, whether it's USB 1 or USB 2. Of course, 1 is this one, this side, and 2 is the other one. And you have your 12 volt. Of course, this comes with a regular mat from factory. It's like a grip mat under there, but I still put this one anyway because it came with the whole set. So I put that one just on top of it. Excuse my food here, but it has a decent cup holder. It's kind of in an awkward position for the passenger seat, but for the driver, it's pretty easy to just grab whatever you're drinking. You also have like a little storage there to put whatever change you might have or a pen or anything. This is just full of junk, but it does go deep down there. There's nothing in there as far as an aux or USB or 12 volt. It's just a regular storage. And it actually, towards the bottom, it does go into here. So it has kind of like a hiding place where you could tuck stuff under there. But it's a pretty decent size center console. So, if I'm not mistaken, I think that is pretty much it. Of course, you have your adjustable headrest for all the headrests. It does have a middle headrest, but the car seat is covering it. But all of them are adjustable. The seat belts in front are adjustable. It does have side airbags for the front and for the back. And I think that's pretty much it. Yep. So I hope you guys liked this video. Like I said in my previous ones, you don't need to really subscribe because I'm not going to be making a whole ton of videos. This might be my last, or the next one won't come until a long time from now. But I would appreciate if you guys do like it and, you know, comment on it so I can get some exposure and get the views up and stuff. But I just wanted to make this video in case someone is looking for a Tiguan sort of like this or exactly like this with this interior and exterior color and all that stuff. But for the basic trim, it comes with a lot of features. Compared to all the other vehicles in this class, we did our research when looking for a vehicle for my mom, and it ended up being the Tiguan. That was the best option. For the basic one, it comes with a lot of features. So I hope you guys like this video. Again, please like and comment so I can get some exposure and get the views up on the video. I hope this video finds the person that, or sorry, no, let me say it the other way. I hope the person that's looking for a video like this finds this video. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, this is gonna be the end of the video. I'll just give you guys a quick overview of the outside, and then that'll be it for this video. I'm actually going to be making a nighttime video of it as well. Quick video just to show you guys how it looks at night. And yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next video.